Guys, so we are done with all the implementations. All right, so in the backend, let me just quickly walk you through what we have. All right, so just try to make sure that what you have is similar to what I have here. All right, so this is the file storage config. Then we have this for the web socket configuration. All right, so these are the controllers we have. Chat controller, then we have the search controller. So this is the user controller. All right, then we also have the WebSocket controller here. So we just have these DTO classes. This is a message request. All right, so then this is the user registration. So make sure that yours is exactly like this. All right, then these are the model classes that we have. Then we have this repository interfaces. All right, then we have these responses. These are security implementations. All right, so this is the auth channel interceptor. All right, which is in charge of intercepting the token coming from the front end when somebody try to send a message, right, via WebSocket. So we have this for the security filter, which is also in charge of filtering the token, filtering for the token and extracting the username and its roles. Then this one handles the web security. Right, so these are all we have presently. Then this is the service layer. Right, so this is the chat service implementation. There's a file storage. Then we have the JWT. Right, so we have the search service. So make sure your own is like this, because maybe you might have make a typo, or maybe there is a missing semicolon. So ensure that everything is on point. All right, so this is all we have for the backend. All right, so let's just walk through the front end, then we'll now run the application and test everything end to end. All right, so for the front end, this is, we just have the HTML pages, and then these are our CSS source, which is the JavaScript implementation. This is the API service that is in charge of making requests to the backend. So we have the login user, we have the register user, we have the search users by username, then we have the logout API, then we have the endpoint for fetching our previous conversation using and this one handles the chat implementation. So this is the chat, this is the main page for the chat application. All right, make sure that your own is exactly like this. All right, and we have the sign up, and then we have the user service. This is the user service. All right, and then this is the utils. Then we have the WebSocket functionality. All right, so this is it here. All right, so then these are web pack config. So if you have watched up to this point, I really want to appreciate you. All right, so you can also add this project to your resume. All right, so you can add it to your portfolio, and you, like when you are applying for jobs. All right, so it will be helpful to you. So I really appreciate you. So the next thing that we need to do is to test this application end to end. All right, remember we already created users, and we have tried to log into the application with those users. So we are just going to sign into the application. After signing into the application, we'll just try to communicate, like chat. The two users will chat with each other. All right, so after that, then we'll now log out of the application. All right, so that's what we are going to do. So the first thing we have to do, let's run the backend. All right, so now that the backend is running, let's go and run the front end. So we're going to say npm run build. All right, so the front end and the backend are now running. All right, so while the backend is on port 3030, the front end is accessible on port 2020. So let's access the front end on the browser. So we are going to access the app on port 2020. All right, so click on enter. Alright, so let's log in with this user. Alright, so we have two different users now. This is the first one, this is the second one. Alright, this one is Michael, this one is Desmond. So Michael wants to chat with Desmond now. So Michael will just search for Desmond, alright, and click on enter. So he says hello to Desmond, alright. Now on this side, the message gets to Desmond, alright, inside Michael's chat container. So once you click on Michael, you see the message. Then let's respond. Let's say good morning. We'll click on enter, and then this is the message here, alright. So now in a situation whereby, let's say we leave the application, alright, so let me just copy this, and then maybe I'll just cancel this particular tab, then I'll re-log in again, so that you see that the message will also be repopulated for this user, alright, because we have implemented the functionality for updating previous conversations. So let's sign in again, localhost. Okay, so let's sign in as Michael. So I will log in. So now let's say Desmond is sending us a message from this side. How are you? I will click on enter. Alright. So coming to this side, this is Desmond chat container. Alright. So once you enter, alright, you see that the previous messages they have sent to each other have repopulated. Right, so we have automatically fetched and updated them. So even if they both log out, when they come back, all their previous messages will be automatically synced. All right, and also notice that each time maybe a user logs out of the application, all right, his existing session is always deleted or invalidated, and then a new session will be created for him. Let me show you that in the database. So initially, this first user, all right, have one active session, all right. He has not invalidated any session, but this user 2, as you can see his ID, his session ID is 3. Do you understand? This is because we invalidated one session for him. You remember we have to like re-log in again with that second user, just to show you how the chat messages repopulate, all right, after they log out and come and log in again. So because we logged him out, that session was deleted and then recreated for him. Now let me do something. Now I'll just log one of those users out, and then I'll come and fire this query, and then you see that the session will get deleted automatically. All right, so let's log this user out. Once we click on this, you see the user has been logged out. Now let's go to the database and confirm that a session has been deleted for this particular user. I think this is user 2. So let's go and check. Now if you query this, you'll see, do you not see user 2 does not have any session? If we try to re-log in user 2, a new session will be created for him, and the ID of that session will be 4. So let's try that. So user 2 is Michael. All right, so he is logged in now. Let's go and check the database to see if a session has been created for him. So let's query this. You see a new session with the ID of 4 has been created for user 2. So this is how we managed session in this chat application. Also, the sessions are also associated to the user in the table here. All right, so this is it, and the status always update here. If the user log out, this status will be changed to 0, all right, which means false. But if it logs in, it will change to 1, which is true. Also notice that this app is very responsive, just like I've said. All right, so once you click on this, you find yourself in the chat area. And also remember the auto chat completion we implemented. You see everything is working. So once we type 2 letters like this, you see automatically we have fetched the user we want to chat with. So everything is working perfectly, and this is a perfect example of how to build a chat application. All right, so while there are better ways to implement most of the functionalities we have done, at least this gives you a very good insight of how to implement a chat application. So if you are a beginner in software engineering, or maybe you are already into programming, this project can also be very helpful to you. At least you will see how we plan our implementation process and our architecture. All right, so consider subscribing to my channel and liking my videos and turning on your notifications, so that when I drop new content, you actually get notified. All right. So thank you and stay tuned.